Okay, should be live, I think, yeah.
Hello everybody, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's a nicer day today, isn't it? The sun's shining, everyone should be a bit happier. So today we are making vegetable pie. I'm just going to do a top crust rather than do a full pie, just to try and save on fat and calories that way. And with there being a lot of veg in there, it's all goodness, all good for you. I'm also going to make, it's down as a biscuit, but it's more like a flapjack texture, and it's got 3 ingredients, and it's got porridge oats, which will be blitzed a little bit to make them finer, bananas and raisins, and that's it. But if you don't like raisins, you could be naughty and put like dark chocolate chips or something like that in, or even dice an apple up or something like that and put a bit of its apple in, that'll be fine. So I'm going to start with the cookies first, get them start to cook because they're going to need to cool down before I can send them to you. But again, 3 ingredients, which I'm hoping it doesn't take as long. And then once they're in the oven, I'll start chopping the veg up for the pie. Any questions, just fire away in the chat. If you can't see the chat, if you subscribe to Media Savvy, you'll be able to see the chat on the right hand side. You'll be able to fire away and ask any questions and interact with other people who are watching the stream as well. So please get involved, and just enjoy, and please ask any questions that you've got. So I'm making these biscuits to start with, and if you want the recipes for any of this as well, if you go on the link in the description of the video, both of the recipes should be in there. If they're not, give me a shout. I'll get on to hate them.
They're both in there.
Brilliant, they are both in there. Get my scales there. So I'm going to make like quite a bit compared to what you would make, because you only really want to make it maybe for 6 to 8 portions. I'm going to be making a lot more because feeding a lot of people today. I'll do a bit at a time and then I can blitz it easier. I'm just weighing the oats out. And these are just the Savour oats. They're dead cheap. They're probably the best ones nutritional wise in the shop, because a lot of the others have like added sugar and flavourings and things like that, whereas these are just, as you can see, plain Savours, cheap and cheerful. Nothing bad in there.
Before you get properly started, please go with a big shout out to Grandma Katerina in the chat.
Ooh, GC.
Hello, Katerina. Welcome to the chat.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella.
Katerina is an amazing food. I'm just lifting these off. I probably need a bigger device. I should just put them in the bowl actually and do it that way. Right, I'm going to change tactics. See, I did this during the week and tried it with a sample and it was no problem. I'm going to put them in there. I'll still do it. These ends up all over the floor. Doesn't matter if they're all, it's probably dead loud for people listening.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're all ground up, but just try and get quite a few. Well, it'll probably do for that batch, and I'll get 2 more measurements out. See that? Beautiful.
Very nice.
Very nice. Right. Oh, Katerina was wondering how much this would cost. I just said about £20 will cover it, Katerina.
£5 delivery fee as well.
£5 delivery fee.
We've also got Gary, Charlotte, Geraldine and Lynn.
What's up, guys?
Hi everybody. Dan's just said we've got quite a few in the chat there. If anybody does make any of the recipes, please send your pictures in. I know Charlotte mentioned on when she was doing the live stream on, what day was that? Friday? No, Monday. Monday. All me days are going into one. Yes. When she was doing the Staying Connected on Monday, she mentioned that she'd made the rice quite a few times, and do you know what, that made me really happy that someone's actually enjoyed the food and wanting to recreate it. Wait till you two smell these, you'll have them. It's quite good to have blitz and stuff, I quite like it.
Therapeutic.
I love using this when I'm making soup and things like that. Right, well that would be absolutely fine. Yeah, nothing to waste on that. So, see, it's all nice and ground up, but there's still a few bits in there because you want a little bit of texture, but you just don't want it to be too gritty. So I'll put that to one side for now. Now I'm going to mash all mine on as well. I feel like a little monkey peeling all these. There's a way to do it, isn't there? I think you meant to squeeze the other end actually.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
I think you meant to squeeze there. This is what monkeys do, they squeeze this bit. I was watching them.
What? Specifically for this? It's like, how do you peel it? How do you peel a banana?
Get a monkey clip up, I'm telling you. Like, this is the squeeze this end, they don't peel it the way we do.
Okay, I think you need to leave the skin on the floor so Dan can like sit on it. Like a cartoon character.
Bananas stink, man, there's loads, don't there? Like a weird
Yes.
smell. So you would only probably need, I've put 3 bananas, but if they're small ones, maybe put 4 in. Or if you're not bothered about having too many, you can probably reduce it. Do you know what? I think this recipe would work with whatever you want, really. But I think I said before, if you don't want to put in raisins, there's alternatives you can put in there. Chocolate chips would definitely work with this recipe. You're not getting chocolate chips today though.
Just give a few people are coming in a bit later, Matthew and Sue, give
Hi,
a
Matthew.
little once over of what you've done so far, please.
Hi,
Decimals.
Sue. So we're just making biscuits, but they're more like a flapjack biscuit. So depending on how long you leave them in the oven, they could be quite like chewy and bendy. If you left them in a little bit longer, they would crisp up. But there's only 3 ingredients. There's bananas in this. I've got porridge oats, but I've been blitzing them with the blender just to make them a bit finer. Because then they'll mix. They'll mix better with the banana.
One of them hit me in the face there.
Good. You shouldn't be messing on with me tools.
What do you mean? I was showing that it was a visual recreation of what we just did.
Messing
I
on in
didn't
my
put it in
kitchen.
I didn't put it in the bowl because it'll gone everywhere. But look, there's some
No,
porridge
don't
oats.
do that. I've done that with soup before, nearly burnt my face.
Some plain old
Look at all the
oats.
bananas.
Oh dear.
Look at all them banana, mate. Oh, it's a shame to put these in the bin. We should be using them for like compost.
Yeah.
Can put them in the garden, don't you?
You can just like drive around and throw them out your window and like Mario Kart. So you win the race.
I normally use a fork, but I'm going to have a go with a tiki masher. And I'll have a fork out just in case it doesn't work. So you want to get these really, I might just start with this and then go through with a fork. Oh, that's working, alright.
This is where you need to use all your pent up aggression.
I ain't got any
So, like, if
aggression.
anyone's been annoying you through the week, just
Oh, who annoys me?
I don't know.
Nobody at the minute, I'm not seeing anybody.
No comment.
Nobody annoys us. It's like baby food, isn't it? Like slop.
Smells like it now.
You want to get this really mixed up though. Trust us, when it's all together, it'll be fine. What are you doing with your hands there? Could probably blitz it, but take that long. It's a good workout. Hey, the gyms are closed. You've got to think of other ways now.
You have to swap arms, so you won't have
I
one.
can't. It'll
one big arm.
It'll
Like
go all over it if I do my left hand. It'll just slip. No way could I do one other hand. Right. Whew. Sweat on. You love the close-ups, don't you? Right, so a bit at a time, I'm going to mix these oats in. Obviously, I've got a lot of ingredients here. You'd have half the amount of this or less. Just blend it all in. Wooden spoon job. This is another good mixing opportunity to get some calories burnt while you're cooking. I'm normally dead funny with having bananas in my cooking, other than just having a banana on its own. I don't really like banana yogurt, or like if someone said, oh, like this cake's got banana in it, it would probably put us off. But honestly, I couldn't.
Banana bread.
Yeah, but I couldn't make. Well, there's a little hint of it, but it's not overpowering in these biscuits, surprisingly. I know you would think.
No, there's like 400 bananas.
I think it must be when they're cooked, and they just don't. It's not too bad at all. I quite like it.
Charlotte's saying that she's made the rice meal again and also tried the orange truffle. She sent me some pictures.
Yes!
Sue suggests.
Can she email me the pictures?
Can you email her the pictures, please, Charlotte? Sue also suggests if you get in trouble finding chocolate chips, you could always grate a bar of chocolate. Wib says hello everyone.
Morning,
Wib. Oh yes, you could definitely, because chocolate chips, I think we've managed to get some a couple of weeks back, so they are in the shops. But if you're in a supermarket that doesn't sell them and you can't bother to go to a bigger supermarket, yeah, just grate a bit of chocolate in there. Dark chocolate's probably the best for when you're cooking though, I would say. And it's better for you. So that's coming together quite nice. She sees.
Sue says you're going to be expected to be bringing in treats to Savvy Towers every day after lockdown's over now.
Do you know what, Sue? I'll let you know, and it's a little secret. I'd actually do that sometimes anyway. Not all the time, but what kind of things have I made for the staff?
I mean, you're talking about the staff though.
Oh right, learners. Oh right. Well, for the staff anyway, I've made sushi before. I made a big platter of sushi, different ones for everyone to try, and then cheesecakes were divine, weren't they?
What else?
They were a bit fancy though. I forgot to take a picture of them because they look so good. I just want to eat them straight away.
I think I ate mine in about 4 seconds.
You like inhaled it, yeah.
Gone.
So that is it. Just need to add the raisins. So roughly you want half a tablespoon for every banana in there. So I'm going to put like 5 heaps in. I had 10 bananas in mine there. 1,
a lot of potassium.
2. Oh, that was a half of one. We'll do a bit more. Oh, they're not coming out very well, are you? I'll have to just take a guess. Do another half.
Suppose you could use any dried fruit, really, right?
Yeah, that's where you're going to get your sugar from as well. Like, even though it's all probably sugary with the fruit, but
maybe some cranberries if you fancy it.
A lot of nutrients in there, isn't there? Oh goodness. But yeah, imagine that was chocolate chips instead. Oh, melting through. Lovely. Alright. That's our mix. 3 ingredients, all done together. So I've already had the oven on 180, heating up. So that is ready now for these to go straight in. And I would leave them in for, I would check them after 15 minutes. But the last time I had a go at this, I took it at 20 minutes and it was, they were still quite soft, so they were quite, I like things just where they're a bit bendy, you know. But you could leave it a little bit longer, like another 5 minutes, and it would crisp up a little bit more. So just, you know, to your own taste, really. I'll just let them brown a bit today, so I'll not overcook them. I will have to keep an eye on them though. Where am I going to put this? Right. So just use a tablespoon, dollop of mixture. I normally just put my dollops on first and then spread them out a bit. So we've got 8 deliveries today, I believe. Full again. Next week's full. The week after, we've already got 5 booked on, so we've got 3 spaces for week after on the 3rd of June. Then we've only got 2 more courses after that, so the numbers have been amazing, really. So thank you for tuning in. And
turns out all you've got to do to get people to do the course is feed them.
yeah,
It's real easy.
absolutely, it works every time. I'm going to spread them out before I get on there, in case I put too many on one tree and all start overlapping. Oh, come on, stick it together. Right. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to do another batch after. Well, that's fine. You like leftovers, don't you, boys?
Yes.
Right. Spread them out a bit.
Sue says that sometimes bananas can shoot your blood pressure if you're diabetic.
Yeah. You're allowed one a day. It's another way of getting a banana in, so.
Katarina's really looking forward to this. She also said earlier she would have paid as well.
I wouldn't let you pay.
Sue's
Not
asking for
necessarily.
samples on the 8th of June.
If you've got a little cookie cut or anything, you could have shaped them a little bit, but I just like things to be a little bit random. Random's good, isn't it? Or is it just me? I'm going to put a little bit more on that one, so it looks a bit skinny, that one.
It's sad.
Bit sad. There you go. Cheer you up, son. Talking to a cookie. I am going. I'm losing it. It's not even a cookie.
When it starts talking back, I think that's the problem.
Hey,
It's like, shut up,
I'm
man.
quite happy to have the company at the minute. Alright, so we've got them ones all buttered up there. Some of them are bigger than others, aren't they? I think it's just how it's fell off the spoon. Just flatten it down and they'll crisp up. Have you noticed I've got lipstick on today? I don't wear lipstick normally, but me and Lisa had a chat a couple of days back. Well, it might have been longer ago. What day are we on?
How many stories did she tell you?
Well,
Like
no, it was
25.
work related in a way. Well, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't really,
I know that
not with the
one, like-
lipstick. Like, we got sidetracked, right? But I was saying, like, in lockdown, I've had like a little bit of a sort out with cosmetics and creams and just stuff that, yeah, the boys are yawning. But I said, yeah, I didn't realise how many lipsticks I had. And I thought, I'm going to have to start wearing them. So today is lipstick day.
What you should have done was put it on Dan when he was asleep so he didn't notice. Because there's no way he would have looked in the mirror when he got
You
up.
would know,
So,
eh?
and then he would look even more pretty. So you've screwed up there, like.
Well, never mind. So I'm going to put 15 minutes on there and I'll check it. I think it'll need 20 to 25, so we'll just put that to one side for now. Play up a little bit and then we'll start chopping the veg ready for the filling of the pie. And you're going to get a big chunk of pie today. It might be enough for 2 people. I'm feeling generous. Yeah, let them go in the sink out the way. Don't need that anymore. Right, so potatoes, turnip, carrots, onions. That's all you need. Dead easy to get your hands on. I might need a couple of pans actually. I don't know how I'm going to go with it. Okay. So I'm going to be slicing and dicing. Oh yes, get me other recipe on, thank you very much. So with all the veg, I would suggest you chop it up into little squares. It's a bit time consuming, but it just gives that a lovely little texture when you're having your pie. And I've never made this pie before, but I've made a lot of pies, so I hope it'll be alright. Made a lot of everything. I have now. What did I make last week again? Can you remember?
It's not cottage pie.
Was it cottage pie? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Didn't we have like the
That's
cottage
right.
pie, it's a shepherd's pie, it's a 10, 12 different types of pie.
Yeah, that's right. Did anybody, was anybody in the chat who had that last week? How did it go down?
I don't know, I'll have to have a look.
Oh, just to let you know as well, you might get a phone call off Sunderland Council who runs this, which is brilliant, but they're just, all they're asking for is a little bit of feedback, so don't be worried if you do get a phone call. It's just, they just want to know about your learner's point of view on...
Possibly be a number you don't...
Yeah, it might be withheld,
yeah.
So don't worry, it's not a dodgy call, and we've not passed your details on anybody that shouldn't have it. I know a few people in the chat, I think Wib had a phone call, didn't he? Mark and Sheila's both had phone calls. So you just might, I think it's very random, I don't think everybody's getting a phone call, but it's just so you know what like to expect. And I hope the feedback's been good, I hope no one's in bed with food poisoning.
We haven't done any meat, so that's already
I know,
like a
that's
good
why
start.
I'm not. I'm trying to keep away. But you can also, like if you wanted to, you could put chicken in this pie,
Mince.
you could put mince, you could even mash up the potato a little bit so it's a bit thicker the pie and not too sloppy.
Corned beef.
Corned beef's a good shout, yes.
Cheese?
Cheese.
No cheese.
Well, I don't know if it would go with gravy.
Oh, you're putting gravy in as well.
Yeah.
Never mind, no cheese. Well, you could, but it wouldn't be very healthy. Cheese and gravy.
What was the pie I made for you once, Dan?
Oh.
No, I don't want to tell about it.
I made it by accident. This was when I wasn't... Yeah. We used to...
I don't want to talk about
We
it.
used to live with 2 housemates, and I think he'd made bolognese. He'd made some bolognese, right? And he had leftover, and he was like, "Oh, do you want this?" I'm like, "No, but I'll." I thought it was mince and gravy. I was like, "No, but I'll make a pie for Dan." So I made him a bolognese pie. He still eats me cooking.
It can't have been that bad.
It's more the shock factor when you
Yeah, I can
What
appreciate
pie
that.
is it? Oh well, it's you know, it's mince.
Mince and gravy.
Mince and gravy pie. It's not like. So yeah, sorry about that, Dan.
So going back up the chat, Sue says it's good to have the random shapes because you can tell they're homemade.
True.
Exactly.
Sam came in at some point and she said she clearly tuned in at the perfect moment. She must have been the tail end of a conversation where something sounded a bit dodgy.
What was that, Sam?
It all sounds dodgy.
Not sure.
Sam, save some more.
Lynn says your eye makeup looks great, Lynn.
Thanks.
Wib says you need some oil on that cupboard.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, obviously.
That cupboard
This
squeaks.
one, it
Oh, right,
squeaks.
okay.
I know, that's
Thing is, I
right.
didn't notice it, and I was like, that's
I
loud,
noticed
that's
it.
loud, that like.
It's getting louder, but I think when you live with it, you get used to it.
Sue's also had to clean out of 30 pairs of shoes, and
Oh.
her new name is Imelda Marcos. I don't know if that's a Judge Harley reference, not really sure.
I don't know.
Anybody know who Imelda Marcos is? Oh, serious shoe lady, Lynn says.
Oh, right.
Don't know.
Serious
I'm not very
shoe
fashion
lady.
forward, so I don't know.
So we've got Sue with her shoes, Charlotte with her hats. Anybody else have a fashion item that they tend to have a lot of?
Sam just said it was a biscuit maker. Sue likes the idea of corned beef and veg pie. Charlotte sent you the photos here from.
Thank you.
Brilliant, Charlotte, thanks. I'm on a chopping board mark as well.
No plate, no chocolate plate.
No plate today. We have some more potato in here actually. If anybody wants to get involved with some other courses that we've got on, Ella and Lisa are recruiting at the moment for the e-safety course.
It's a family issue.
Family e-safety, but I mean it'll cover everything that's relevant when you're shopping online, keeping yourself safe online. It's quite an interesting course. I would recommend that you sign up to it. If you do want to, if you just let Dan know in the chat, we'll take your details and Lisa or Ella will get back to you on that. We've got the family safety and there's a couple of other digital courses as well that you might want to get involved with.
There's a digital skills, Dan. There's a digital skills for beginners replay coming up as well, right?
But even if you just want information sending out, let us know and one of us will just send you a quick email with everything that we've got coming up or running at the moment.
That's on the 28th.
Yeah, and check the Facebook. There'll be a post goes out every Wednesday. Today.
There's a post going out
Every
on
single
Facebook
today.
Every
On a
single
Wednesday, there'll be a post goes out with what's coming up in the next week.
Yeah, so if you want to do something different, up your skills in lockdown, then perfect time, isn't it, to try something new.
So there's plenty of digital stuff. There's obviously the cooking and the health and wellbeing stuff as well.
I was talking to someone the other day and they were worried that they might I don't know if somebody said they were, I don't know if, oh it might have been, I can't remember what it was, someone was taking somebody shopping I think, so they couldn't make the live stream or they would have to come into the live stream halfway through, but I explained not to worry that on that particular session because you can always catch up later, and I said as long as you fill out the survey and let us know like your feedback, we know that you've done it, so
and don't
worry about that.
Let us know that you've watched it. Like send us a message or an email to say look, I've done that, I've done the survey, and obviously fill that. Some of them need a short enrolment form as well, don't they?
Oh yeah, you'll have to fill an enrolment form out.
They don't. It's not a massive hassle to do that either, is it?
No, well what I've been doing is just sending the forms out for everyone just to sign, and then it's an easier thing to.
So that you can even do that after the live stream's been on, and we'll send you a link to the video for you to watch it back. And everyone, all the tutor emails will be on there if you do have any questions on it, specific questions, and the comments on the YouTube video as well. Same with this one today. If you've got any questions or suggestions, the comments should be open straight away.
I think I've got 3 spaces or 2 spaces left on me Fit Body Fit Mind, which starts on Monday. So if anybody wanted to jump on that, I'm sure I've got 2 places left. I'll have to check. But if anybody wanted to jump on that, I know it's the second time I'm doing it. And it's bank holiday as well, so we're trying to keep things moving over the bank holiday a little bit for you.
Yeah, so you've got that one on Monday, haven't
you? Yeah. So I'm working bank holiday Monday, but that's fine. So again, if you want to do it and you've got nothing else on, you'd like to get involved, we'll be covering things like sleep, diabetes, healthy eating, trying to think what else we've got covered in that, anxiety and depression. So those are the topics that we'll cover in that session. So yeah, just if there's anything you want to do with us, let us know. And Dan will take a note and one of us will get back to you later today.
And if you are watching this back or you're not sure, send the Facebook page a message, because we're all admins on that, so we can all check it.
Yeah.
Wib's interested in the Tuesday morning one, whatever that was. Sue wants to sign up for Fit Body, Fit Mind, but she's not sure if she's already done that.
I think Sue, I'm sure, I'll have to check. I'm sure you did the last one. Or you're enrolled on this one already, I'm sure. I'm going to check and I'll get back to you.
I'm going to plunk this down for a second while I get a drink of water.
I will check. If I get a break halfway through this, I'll check while it's live.
Oh.
Things we can
Sue's
do.
also asking if we can get advice on how to protect contactless bank cards. So the e-safety one,
E-safety.
definitely
E-safety
for
would
you,
cover
Sue.
things
I think
like
that's what
that.
you were talking about anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
And back to the saying a double bank holiday pay as well.
Time and a half, at least.
Back to the actual cooking. Sue asked earlier if anybody has advice on chopping onions and not frying.
Oh, we had that conversation before, didn't
Get some
we?
safety goggles.
Someone said put a spoon in the mouth. I think breathing a certain way helps.
Get yourself some science lab safety goggles, where they're like wrapped right around your eye.
Edgar David style.
No, like what's that basketball called, man?
Horace Grant.
Yeah, Horace Grant. No one's gonna know who that is. He wore goggles to play basketball with.
Okay.
And I don't think
Yeah,
he
it's
had,
an Edgar David style.
yeah, but his had a gap, didn't it? Horace Grant's like.
I thought David's wore the goggles.
These two are having their own conversation now.
Because Edgar Davids, it was because he was like
Lost-
blind or
lost
something,
me.
or partially sighted. So he.
Totally lost me.
Edgar Davids wore glasses while he played football. There you go. If anyone doesn't know who that is, look him up and you'll see. He's on the cover of FIFA 2003 for anyone interested.
No one's probably interested in that, to be fair.
I bet Gary knew that, if Gary's still there.
I'm not sure Gary did it.
I bet Anthony Shields would as well. But I don't know if he's watching this morning either.
Well, Sam's got an interesting suggestion for Sue. Put a metal spoon in your mouth while you chop.
Yeah. I thought it had to be a silver spoon, but I think Sam.
I think that just means you're
better than
posh.
that one.
I think
Oh,
silver
Lindsay.
spoons if you like rich.
I haven't got one.
Lynn says, look sideways but don't chop your fingers off.
Oh,
I'm not trying that, Sue. I've got 3 onions to chop today, I'll have no fingers left. Anyway, trying to get me to do a dangerous act. I was on Britain's Got Talent, doing something dangerous like that. Getting there. These are just the spuds.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh.
okay, I'll take a
Nearly.
step this way.
Oh, they're coming on. Can you have a little look at there?
Because the wire's
Ready? The big reveal.
the wire's gonna go all over the place.
Ready?
Oh. Wow. The production value's no bounds here. Like. You see me in the mirror as well.
Oh, what a
The
treat.
reflection. I know that's the real reveal, like. What everyone was after.
What a treat that is. Right, I need to put some water in
The
here.
shorts on them.
Well, don't you made an effort for today.
Definitely. Couldn't even be bothered to
I've
get
got my
actual
lippy on,
trousers.
you've got your legs out.
Exactly.
Green tea. Press that middle button for us.
Are you ready? I'm involved. Look. Oh, there we go.
I'm involved.
I did a cooking. You're welcome, everyone.
Another suggestion from Charlotte saying chopping the ends off and steeping in water for 20 minutes helps as well. With
Can you
the-
try all of these and let me know? I'm going to put a little thyme on there.
What about wearing one of those like face guard things, like a welding mask? You got a welding mask?
My dad will have one.
Well then, you should have got it
He's
and bring
a
it
welder.
around.
I hate cutting turnips. I think this is the hardest bread to cook.
Sam said she's really never seen a silver spoon, and Sue says the only one she's seen is on the pack of the sugar.
Yes.
GC says it's looking yummy.
Good stuff. Oh, nearly there.
It's a bit like one of them 10-sided dice now.
I know. Like if you put it
Give it
on
a
the
roll.
socks and go, oh, what's in there?
Just a turnip.
You know, I guess what's in the box.
Yeah, just like
You'd never guess it was a turnip.
a sliced turnip.
You'd never get it.
What's in the box?
Totally losing the plot.
Hmm?
Totally losing the plot. Pretend I'm blind. Waving the turnip. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll get back in and guess what's in the box.
Yes. For the sake of the stream, yes. Yes, I do.
For the sake of the stream, yeah. Don't want to make you look silly now.
Actually, I think I do, because I'm sure
Can you just guess what's in there? It's a good game for kids.
Ian Wright and Shearer played it on like some stupid video once.
Oh, did they?
And it was just like stupid stuff like a football group, but they were like freaking out, like putting their hands and going,
Well, when it was Diego's 8th birthday, I had a party for him.
yeah.
And we had a game, guess what's in the poo bag, and in the poo bag we had loads of different
Like slimy, horrible stuff.
no, we had like chickpeas in one, chicken soup in another, and people had to guess what was in each of the poo bags. Nobody got them right. I think somebody got 1 out of 5. Dan, you're gonna make him bark.
Here you go.
You know, he was just resting,
Wasn't he came out?
just chilling.
Oh, hello there. Oh,
Hi, son. You're a good boy, aren't you? Diego's 10 now. Double figures.
Oh, man. Who's that?
Diego, calm.
Thank you.
If there was any meat in this dish, I think Diego would want it.
I'm getting a good ice bath from Diego, that's nice, thank you.
To see his dad again.
Yeah, I don't even think he is. I think he's just going to walk straight past her and go and lie down. He's had enough. I have to wash my hands.
Wub says his mum's fantastic at chocolate flavors.
Oh, well, send her over, Wib.
Go and say hello to Diego.
Oh. You know he's loved off everybody. Right, I'm gonna... Might leave him a couple more minutes. Is that cold water or hot?
I think it's cold.
I need cold. Give me some cold. There you go. Some water in there. Yeah, before I start chopping up my carrots, I think I'll sort these cookies out, otherwise I'll get myself in a bit of a tears.
Let's do an accent check. We've got 3 different cookies in here. haven't we?
No, it's cookies always.
Oh.
So, Mel first.
Cookie.
Cookie?
I thought you said it differently.
No? Cookie?
Okay.
But that is different. That's just for the record, that's different.
Huh?
She said cookies, and I said
Cookies.
cookies.
Oh, it's how to say to me.
Well, yeah, that's because you like,
That's because you're from
yeah.
Bishop Auckland, I mean wherever that
Cookie.
is.
Has anyone ever heard of Bishop Auckland? I don't know where that is.
Is anybody with me here? Or are you all
Cookie?
cute?
That's like that's a proper southerner way to pronounce it.
Cookie. No, it's
Yes, it is. It really is.
rude.
Call yourself a northerner. Honestly, it's embarrassing. Nobody stick up for mine. Don't be stick, because this is a bone of contention for a long time.
2 more minutes.
Katerina says biscotti, not
Oh, okay, well, that's fair enough. biscotti.
Right, I'm going to be
There's some
whipping all the
space.
cookies on here. So what I'll do, I'll change it up this how. Not over the top of the pans and getting wrong. They'll be out the oven in a minute. And slide them over
Do a
there.
seamless transition where I walk away.
Are you frying them? I throw them at you?
Yeah. Something like that. Oh, how do you go?
Doesn't go. He's
Oh,
wet
sorry.
anyway, isn't he?
Sorry. Stood on his toy.
Yeah, honestly. Take out the top ones and then the bottom ones a little bit longer. Whew. Hot, hot, hot.
They are definitely like a biscuit now.
They look like a biscuit, but honestly they'll be like a bit chewy, custard.
Soft in the middle.
Yeah. Nice though. I didn't put any butter on the bacon tray either because I didn't really need it. Tried and tested. Seen it here first, kids. So, more mix goes in. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Oh, that one's huge. I love that
That's
one.
that, yeah, they are quite sizable.
I'll have the big one. Don't want them boiling over. So you just cook it till the donut. Because they're so small, diced up, I would say about 12 to 15 minutes for these. I'll just go 15 to be on the safe side. This is when I forget the tray is still red hot or coming out the oven.
Yeah.
I would put my hand on it thinking it's cold. I just want to eat them biscuits now.
Smell good.
Thanks. There might be a leftover one for you here from you, never
The
know.
better be. That's all I'm going to say.
Share me jolly one with
The
you.
better be.
That one's huge. We'll share that one, Nathan.
Yes,
It's a big one.
What temperature were they cooked on, Lynn's asking?
180. If you look on the link, it's on the link on the everything's on the bottom of the feed. Wow, wow, wow! It's hot in there. Woo! All right.
They're doing a boil.
Yeah, I've already turned it down a bit.
Okay. I'm in the
I-
splash zone, so I
Oh.
don't know. That's what I guess.
You're right, little panicker here, Tim. Help me now, help me.
Mel, help! I can't reach. Help! Please.
Help!
Whip says to Haytham, Washington was part of Durham back when he was a lad.
Right.
That wasn't long ago. Young bit stuff.
And we're on about Bishop Auckland with. That's what we're saying.
No, well, Samantha says that's way out of where civilization ends.
Well, exactly.
Exactly.
Definitely.
That you rude.
You.
Yo.
Oh.
Look at them cookies.
Cookies.
I would say it's more like a flapjack type texture. This is the best bit with bacon here, like you just take it off. In your face clean. Well, it doesn't look clean because it's very, very worn.
Well used.
Well used. That can just go in there right away. Right, get me carrots and my onions chopped up now. I should really put a lid on that pan, shouldn't I? Right. Carrots. Now we're doing horseshoe. That's what I'm in.
Move down a bit. No, not all the way. Come back. There we go.
So what I'll probably do, I'll chop all the veg up, get that going. Once everything's chopped up, we'll probably take a little bit of a break at about 5 to 11 or something like that, and then we'll come back, do the pastry, get the pies in, and we'll go from there. So you can have a little cup of break, little comfort break, grab a brew for round 2. Right. These are pretty good for wonky carrots. Normally the wonky ones are like really wonky. They're not very wonky at all, are they?
That one's massive though. The one that you
It's
just
massive,
done.
but not wonky. Normally they've got like funny shapes. And I'll say it down, don't get them wonky carrots, not when I'm cooking, because they're a nightmare to dice up. Don't mind them if I've got a bit more time.
I know Dan loves doing the shopping like.
Loves it. Actually, I think it's going to be one of his jobs from now on.
Getting bullied today, like. Him and Andy need to like sort a solidarity group.
Does like a bit of shopping.
I can just see Diego snoring behind it.
Yes.
Dog snoring, there he is. Must have been listening to one of these stories.
Hey.
Is that right, son?
Lisa,
So I
take
just
one
had
more
this
now.
cabinet, right? And I just couldn't move it because of like moving house and that.
Time of entertainment, they must love Lisa.
That's Miller, by the way.
Yes, Lisa Miller. You'd be lost without her. Right.
Sam's got to go to a meeting. She says bye.
Oh, bye,
Says,
Sam.
She says stop. Don't nobody defend Andy.
He's not even here. That's the best bit. He's not even here and he's still
Not
getting
even
grief.
here, and he's still getting grief. Oh, I thought that would have been easy, but they've all come apart.
Oh, dear. You were big in the month, that's why.
Bigging it up.
You were like, these carrots are mint, and now they were like, nah,
Nah, not having it.
change my mind.
Katerina
Nope.
says she supposes
Whoa.
she's alright.
Saved. Thanks, I'm pleased you're in the kitchen.
What did Katarina say? Sorry, I was.
She supposes
Lisa's
Lisa's alright then.
Oh, she supposes she's alright.
Yeah.
That's alright when you
She
your
is
mum when
alright.
your mum says you're alright, like
Nah,
you must
alright.
be alright, like.
Katerina, all I ever do is stick up for Lisa. These two have a life.
Nah.
But I think they love her really. Well, how can you not? How can you not love her,
Well,
Lisa?
because bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah. It's not.
I love your Lisa.
She's alright, like. I think that's a fitting description from GC. A mother. I like that one.
this the way I did the other one, but I'll just do it in half.
Ooh.
For
What?
Dyson.
You've been blessed now, Mel.
Hey,
You've been blessed
Oh,
by
bless you.
Carolina.
good.
Alright, tap, tap.
Remember all of our other cooking, I would say shows, programs, recipes.
Shows.
The
We need
ro-
some music. If it's going to be a show, we need to like. Dun, 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 like
Have we got
music.
Kirstar 22 on today's bro?
See, I think we've got Ultimate Dubstep Collection 2000 to
But what I was
2012.
going to say before you started going off on one again
Yeah.
is if anybody wants to watch any of the other ones, they're on our YouTube channel, so you can
On a playlist called
go
Mel's
back.
Kitchen.
Yeah, like Hell's Kitchen,
Yeah,
but
Hell's
Mel.
Kitchen, but Mel's. We need to get a thumbnail done with you like as
Like Gordon
a
Ramsay.
devil and an angel at the same time on either side.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I might have just created a bunch of work for her there. Sorry. If it's Hell's Kitchen, you're gonna have to start shouting a bit more. To be honest, you're gonna have to like
It's not
slap.
in my
You're
nature.
gonna have to slap 2 bits of bread on Dan's head and say, "What are you?" And then he's gonna have to say,
Idiot sandwich.
"An idiot sandwich." You're gonna have to call me a effing donkey.
Oh my god, I'm not swearing on live stream.
It's not gonna be very Gordon Ramsay then, is it?
Well, just because Mel and Hell sound like each other. See what
If
we've
no
got
one's
to
ever
do
watched
with
it,
us
I'd highly
girls.
recommend it. It's quite funny.
It is, it's entertaining, isn't
But this is a bit more relaxed than Hell's Kitchen.
it? Oh, me tablet's gone off here then.
Oh, that sounds like a problem.
Have we got any other questions in the chat, Dan?
I think he's gone to sleep.
Dan? Hello?
No. Extreme cooking, Matthew. I don't know if that's a suggestion.
Suggestion for a name?
Lynn's suggesting James Martin, but saying he might be a bit pricey.
I like James Martin.
Everyone else has just said that they would say we're from Bishop Auckland. So.
No, they did not say that.
Did you just quickly message like everyone you knew from Bishop Auckland and be like, I need help, I need backup,
Please get on the chat.
please?
No, I've been ostracised. I've left.
Excluded from the community.
Not even Bishop Auckland, Shildon.
Oh god.
Oh, Dan,
Yeah,
don't
really.
even tell anyone that.
You shouldn't tell people that you're from there, like.
First,
People used
first
to like
train.
him.
First train. Whatever.
First steam train ever.
Okay.
Just ask them the app with some word.
We're bubbling. We are bubbling. That won't stop bubbling. I have to go back off now. It's kind of still going on a little bit. Pans always get a bashing, don't they? Every session. Right, here we go. Tea time.
No. Oh dear.
Oh dear indeedy. So how many's in the chat today, Dan? About 8.
16 before.
16. That's good, go on.
Charlotte's saying media savvy, ready, steady cook.
What, like
Steady savvy cook.
like 2 teams?
Yeah.
Some kind of cooking challenge.
Dorothy says the Winter Gardens are looking for photos of what people have been doing in lockdown. Might have to ask
Oh
Harvey
yeah.
about that.
Thank you for that.
Jonathan wants to know if you're cooking pizza today.
Oh, Jonathan, I'm not cooking pizza. You can't have pizza every day. Jonathan loves his Auntie Mel's pizzas. In fact, yesterday I had a surprise delivery of Jonathan. He'd been cooking. He's 5-year-old, and he'd been making these ginger biscuits at home with his mum, with my sister Caroline, and he dropped them off because he wanted to give one for me and one for Uncle Dan. So that was a nice surprise, and I got a lovely poster off him as well. Do you want me to hold your poster up, Jonathan, and show everybody? Would you like us to do that when I've got a minute? See if he replies in the chat. That's if he's allowed to write in the chat, because he sometimes wants to write words he's not allowed to write, like poo and things.
Oh.
It's his funny word. He likes the word poo.
Okay, well now you set him off.
Lynn says James Martin made a industrial scale pasta with loads of ingredients.
Oh.
I left it outside for people to take.
Oh, cool.
Sounds good, but
I like Heston. I think he's amazing.
Is that the one who makes like all the weird scientific dishes where like
He
they've got
blows
like
your mind. That
dry ice and stuff in
chef.
them?
He's brilliant.
Didn't he build loads of ones as well? Where it was like a full set.
yeah, he did a one. It was Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah,
done loads,
I've seen a few like that, and there was like
Everything's edible, load of
yeah,
walls
like
and everything.
uh,
Something else is really boiling, isn't it? No, it's just sound it.
also the snarling beast on the floor.
Has Jonathan gone to sleep? Does he not want an email to show his picture off?
No.
Turn it all off, put it all back on, if in doubt. I mean, ovens and hobs will be wondering what next going on. Have they been used this much?
Yes, please.
How was that with Jonathan? Right then, give us 5 minutes while I finish these
From
onions off.
Maria says Hayden's working really hard for us. I know.
Is that a sarcastic comment?
No.
No, she actually said no, but I thought we could.
Oh, she said Mel.
Evidently.
That's what I was thinking.
Still, but like
She's obviously
2
being
hours.
sarcastic if she sent you.
Don't be rude.
You're rude.
Matthew says they look delicious.
They smell good, Matthew. We definitely need to work out the smell-o-vision.
Mm.
Oh, it's doing so well. Oh. Not a moment.
The onions have finally done it.
No, don't, I'm crying. Needs a little bit longer. Oh, my eyes, I'm trying not to. My lovely eye makeup will go all over, and I can't have that. Well, lift
Okay.
it, lift it away. Woo! The pressure. Right, okay. That on it. slipped out my hand. Right. Don't wrap it in. Get in there. This is my new spoon. Right. 10 minutes and that'll be all done.
Lynn says Haven's donuts sound nice.
They do, but I don't think they're healthy, Lynn. Was it
No.
Lynn or Sue?
Not eligible, no Lynn, no
Lynn, yeah.
typing.
They don't count as healthy.
They don't count as healthy. They could be a treat. Right, these cookies are due out, I think. Oh, 3 more minutes. 3 minutes, right, I'll grab his poster. Here we go. Right, so we've had a few surprise deliveries this week. Dropped off at the front door. This one here is for Auntie Mel. They can put my name on. I don't think it's meant to be a picture of me, it's just he's colouring in skills.
No, look, that's you there. Look on the top. There's your hair. Okay, well, sort of. Definitely you.
It's not Auntie Mel, it's
No,
not
this one.
Jonathan. And this one is Uncle Dan.
There's Dan there.
But have you noticed
The
something?
size of his legs.
Jonathan knows media savvy. He's put MS in the top corner. This is Uncle Dan.
Strong.
His colouring in skills have come on a treat. And this one, my friend, who I went to uni with, her little girl Ivy, done this for me. So it's me, Dan and Diego. How feels that?
Jeez.
There you go. So I've been very lucky this week. I've had 3 special deliveries and some biscuits as well. It's all good. Right. These are coming out the oven if they want to come out or not. Put the other oven on now because I've got quite a few pies going in. I'm going to make it so the pies are going to all go in here, so I've got a lot of pastry to do. So I might be a little bit over time today, but I'm going to make them good pies. Nice and healthy. Nice and filling.
Katarina Wibber Lynn said they like the pictures. And
Oh.
Jonathan says, did Uncle Dan enjoy biscuit? I'm having it.
We
having
haven't
it with
eaten
my
it
lunch.
yet.
Jonathan, I don't want the banana ones, banana flapjacks.
I'm probably going to be very silly about it. Right. I need to get these. These are a bit cooler. Put that in somewhere. See, this one will be a bit more bendy because it's not been as done, not been as cooked, but it'll still be fine. There's nothing in there really that would hurt you if you think you could have ate it all raw anyway. that is the tidy man. Easy, done. Right, 6 minutes left on here. So what I'll probably do is start putting all that in a big pan. So I'll mix it all together. So I'll just drain everything off, put it all in there, and then I'm just going to add the gravy mix. But these have got a little bit longer to cook yet, so I'll leave them on. Drain my potatoes, so I'll leave them going. One of these could have washed up for us, like.
Piper's in now, says hello.
Who's that?
Piper.
Oh, hi Piper!
And Geraldine likes the gifts.
Alright. Oh, that's a hot lid. Drain that off. These can all just go straight in this big pan. Not too many. Right. I'll wash it once I've sorted all the veg out. Wow, they're hot. Jeez. I think these will be cooked. Oh, we just get a little fork, stab them, and that's when I know. Yeah, they're fine. I can drain this little tin off. Tin. Oh my god, it's not even a tin.
It's,
Pan.
yeah.
I'm losing it, I'm losing it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take a break in a bit to wash it up. You could even add peas and stuff into this dish if you wanted to. If you want to put something like that in, or any veg really. We said before, if you're not vegetarian, you could always put in like mince or chicken or anything like that. So that's going to be our pie filling. 3 more minutes on that. So yeah, I was saying earlier, all of this will get spread out into these little dishes, and then all I'm going to be doing after I've had a little break to quickly tidy up is make the pastry tops and cook them off. So these are probably going to get delivered warm to you today. They're going to be probably still hot.
Maybe not quite a lot.
Yeah,
Very spread out.
our deliveries today, we've looked at them and they are everywhere. I don't think there's any 2 houses close by. I think everybody's just scattered all over. So yeah, we might have to, normally we can get the deliveries out within about half an hour, 40 minutes, but you might have to give it up to an hour today just because
How far apart everything is.
yeah, it's some of the journeys are like 15 minutes apart today, so bear with us, but it'll be with you shortly. But I think pies stay warm pretty long time anyway. She says. 2 more minutes. Actually.
Piper's saying it'd be good to add protein peas.
Yeah, you could do anything like that. Do you know what I'd like you to do? Like Piper, if you ever have a go at this recipe, send us a picture and tell us what you've changed on it, and then we can see people are like modifying the recipes a little bit. So that would be a really good idea. Protein peas, yeah. Oh, put a root veg in there.
Geraldine says she bets that they're very tempting for you,
Get your paws off. Get that drain in a second. Alright, here we go. Alright, so all I'm going to do is take a little 5-minute break, if that. Quickly wash everything up, make some space, because I need to roll out the pastry on the benches, and at the minute I've got no bench. Alright, so yeah, we'll take a 5-minute break, grab yourselves a cuppa, pop the toilet, whatever you need to do, and we'll come back in 5 minutes, alright? We'll do that.
And we're back.
Hi, welcome back. So all I'm doing is putting some vegetable stock cubes in here, but I'm going to make this a bit thicker than you would normally make it if you were like making a soup or anything like that. I'm going to like thicken it up a little bit, and I've also got corn flour as well that I might stick in. It feels like it needs to be a bit thicker, but I've got that much veg. My idea is not to just overfill it with liquid. We've got 5 in there, but as I say, I'm doing for a lot more people today.
It's a big old pot of veg.
Yeah, it is. There's definitely going to be left over. I might just have veg with no pie top.
So that's
That'll freeze anyway. That's a good thing. That type of veg will just freeze and you can use it whenever.
I've got the biscuits in like the heavenly light again.
Heavenly light. Oh, I'm spilling this all over the floor.
Jennifer's on now, joining, saying hello.
Hi Jen! If you've missed anything, Jen, you can always watch it back. But your deliveries, we were just saying earlier, everybody lives everywhere today, so nobody's like next to each other, so it might take the lads a little bit longer to get the deliveries out today, but we'll do our best.
Can you just remind everyone where the slots are for the spaces?
So for spaces, so this week's full, next week is full. The week after, which is the 3rd of June, I've already got 5 people booked on there. So we've got 3 spaces for the 3rd of June left. And then we've only got 2 more cooking courses after that. So if you know anybody, we've only got 18 spots left for the food. So please send people our way and we'll get them booked in. Don't know what I'm cooking yet though. If you've got any more ideas for the cooking, what you'd like to see, you know, we're open to ideas still. Let us know. I'm not going to bother with the corn flour.
Okay.
I've put quite a bit of stock in. I'm going to leave that. Put a bit of salt and pepper in, I think. But what I'll do, once I spoon them out, I'll salt and pepper each one. So you can see it's just covering the veg, like it's not drowning in it. So you probably wouldn't need as much as what I've put in there. Well, you definitely wouldn't. You'd not be making a pie that big, would you?
Well, you never know. You might have a big family.
No. Well, yeah.
Mouse to feed.
Alright, so this is all of, oh, it smells really good actually. Do you have a certain sauce if you have pastry or not? Do you have like anything that you would have with a pastry? Like I like
With
brown
a pie,
sauce.
brown sauce, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ketchup also acceptable.
Mm.
I once saw someone put mayo on a pie, and then I thought I don't really want to be your mate anymore. But let us know what would you guys have. If you say mayo, that might be it. You might be bored.
Mayo on a bolognese pie, but
Oh man.
That's rotten. That thought of that is rotten. Like,
Do you know what? I might as well.
to be honest though, if you outright said I'm gonna make a bolognese pie,
I didn't do it.
I'd have probably been like, actually, you know, it'd be alright. But if I was gonna bite into a mince pie and have bolognese in, I'd have probably been sick.
that's exactly what happened.
This, yeah. All right, leave me alone.
You brought it up.
I know, but I didn't want to get griefed or more.
Although, actually, I seen someone bake lasagna into some bread yesterday. They hollowed out a tiger loaf, and so you can maybe do like a lasagna pie. That's not very healthy though, just in case anyone's wondering.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm just spoon these in. I'm going to go back along them all because I want them a little bit filling.
It's going to be a big old chunk though, right? It's going to be quite.
Yeah, it's going to be a good meal for you. Definitely.
With the health as well.
Very healthy. It's all veg.
Charlotte's saying healthy cheesecake again. That comes up every week. With the suggestions.
Yes,
so
Charlotte,
I think you're
that's-
have to buy the book
Charlotte's
on that
fighting a
one.
I'm
good
gonna
fight here because I've been mentioning that for like 4
I know,
weeks.
Hayden gets
So like
leftovers, so
it's
he's
just
like, please.
cheesecake.
I think he's got his own, when you
Brainwashed.
get asked that on the chat, make sure.
I do. I send everyone an email before the stream. I'm like, right, cheesecake. Remember to just say cheesecake.
Well, I said meringue, please.
It's-
Yes, meringue.
Oh, I'm not a meringue fan.
I don't know how you make it healthy. That's all.
Meringue?
Yeah. I
Good
thought I
time
had loads of
trying
sugar
this
in.
with a coffee and a jam and cream donut.
No, whip man.
Cheers, Whip. I haven't got a donut. Like I've just got the tea, but. Well, you know,
Somebody says they hope you're putting love in that.
Loads of love.
Yeah, it's either Derek or Betty.
It'll be me Uncle Derry.
do you put
Actually, it
that?
might be at me nana. It might be me nana.
Do you put that in physically, or is it like a spiritual
it's
thing?
like-
Do you like?
It's like you should enjoy your cooking and take pleasure in it and not rush it and just, yeah.
So you don't have to try hard to put love
No,
in.
you should just enjoy it. And
And then there it is. There's the love right there. It's
give
in
me
there.
a break, will you? God. You know what I mean?
It's all tasted nice so far. So
Well, I'm going
Definitely
to put
must have
something
been
in
made with
yours
love.
where
that's alright.
you don't want me cooking.
Is it bolognese?
This is so heavy. This pan. Not using those. Out the way. It's not bolognese. No.
Got loads out of that to be fair though. Like they're massive.
You've got a good portion today. Like, this is a good week to be on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's enough vitamins for like a week though.
Absolutely. Just seeing if it's need a bit more. More chunk in this one. Need a bit more liquid. Take a bit chunk out of that one. We'll put it in that one. Can't waste anything. There you go. Right. Wash that up later. So I've done me little fillings there. Now I need to get on with my pastry. All right. This is where it could take a little bit of time. Let me see how
Is
before.
the tablet on? No.
Yeah, it's fine, huh? I'll quickly just wipe my bench down again. I'll start on my messy pastry. This does get a bit messy. Right. So for pastry, plain flour, butter, a little bit of water. And a B-roll book.
And a B-roll book.
Woo!
You can get
Everybody needs a B-roll book.
you can get all sorts of iterations of the B-roll book. I
This
think,
is
as
the
well.
40th edition one.
Okay.
You can see how worn it is. I use
Well
this
used
every
that,
time I bake. I mean, Mimi and I were just having a conversation about the B-roll book. Was it yesterday? Or the day before? Might have been yesterday. Seeing just how handy it is to have. So we are making.
I bet there's a I'm gonna look it up. I bet there's something on their website as well.
Right, I'm gonna need a lot of flour.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna go for 4 times the amount that I need, or 3, maybe 3. No, I'm gonna do 4. If there's leftover, it can be done with something else. So I need 900 grams. Oh my goodness. Oh my golly gosh. Right. Here goes. It's probably the full thing, to be fair. I don't know if the scales will go up to that. I should press on it and see. Oh well. But yeah, if you want to get into bacon, if you haven't done a lot of bacon, the B-roll book is a big recommend. There's so many stuff in there what's basic as well.
There's some useful stuff on the website if you haven't got the book as well. I think you can buy it on there and all. There's lots of different techniques on like how to do a bunch of different stuff.
I don't think anyone cares anymore. They're just having cheesecake debates.
Oh, what type of cheesecake would you want?
Strawberry,
Yeah.
lemon,
Yeah.
key lime pie.
Key lime pie, I said that last. So someone's been listening. Someone's definitely been listening to what I've been saying.
I've hate them, I think.
Because I said key lime pie, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
That's Lynn. You'll be dropping us off today, so you have to.
Key lime pie and a scoop of ice
Yeah,
cream.
these are definitely in sync with each other. Something going on.
No, do nobody say peanut butter?
Oh no, that would be so sickly.
Peanut
No,
butter
if I
cheesecake's
do a cheesecake,
unbelievable.
if I do a cheesecake,
Peanut butter
right,
and Nutella.
I'll be doing it as a plain cheesecake, like a vanilla one,
Okay.
and I'll maybe put fruit on top of it.
Okay.
Because I think we need to get a bit of goodness in there.
But peanut butter's good for it. It's got protein in it. It's got.
Yeah, it is.
the rest
but
of
it's
it in.
sickly. It's sickly. No, like no. We'll leave that. I'm not entertaining it here. for
Everyone
today.
needs to bully Mel in,
No,
in the cooking.
no,
Everyone,
no.
you heard it.
No.
Yeah.
Leave Mel alone.
Particularly Reese's peanut butter. If anyone's
Leave
not tried
Mel
that.
alone.
Very
Bullies.
Very nice.
Right, so whew, normally would need.
So how much flour was that? Because
So that is 900 grams in there.
That's a big old.
That's
chunk of
because
flour.
I am doing a pie croissant.
So you times that by 4.
Times it by 4, so you need 225. But have I put that on there or not? Yeah, I've got that in the ingredients, so I've put 225 in there. I've used my B-roll book, this bit.
Teas.
Bit of cheating going on, but
Yeah. Try and test
letting
it.
everybody know that Asda had lots of flour in yesterday as well.
so I need
What type of flour was it?
No.
No, this one.
400
Just plain.
butter. Just a lot of butter.
Cheesecake and ice cream group says that.
Yeah, definitely. Scoop ice cream.
Yeah. Ice cream goes with everything.
Exactly.
Gosh, this has been out the fridge in the sun a bit, hasn't it?
That's fine. It's getting mixed up now. Don't need it to be cold.
It's not getting cream though.
You'd be alright.
Oh, I like Lurpak on my toast. I'm not going to
You
do
don't
that.
have to. You just have to have like jam or something.
Jam?
Yeah. Jam on toast?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I need butter on as well.
Nah.
You don't have one or the
Do you
other.
have both?
Yes.
Oh, dear me. That's very wasteful.
Right, there's a debate for you to get going. Do you have jam and butter on toast?
Yeah.
Or one or
I
the
normally
other?
have one or the other, to be honest.
Both.
I mean, you just have out. You have hot dogs with fruit bread.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a bad combination.
That was an accident.
I'm going to tell everybody about that.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Didn't work. You just.
Well, what do you mean? You got some sugar in there. You got some
Yeah.
protein.
Take the rings off.
Got some vitamins.
No. So what happened? Right.
No. No.
In fact. Oh no, it's been. There was a bit left over to show you where it's gone. So Dan went to the shops and bought this. It looked like a bloomer loaf. Didn't read the label. It was actually a fruit loaf, but he bought it to go with these like hot dog things that he wanted to eat.
Vegan.
Vegan hot dogs, and rather than waste the bread, he had the vegan hot dogs inside of the fruit loaf
With mustard on.
with mustard. Yeah, it's just.
I mean,
onions and
oh.
I mean, no,
Like,
no,
do you know
the
what it is?
one
The
like
onions, that'll be the killer. The
Derek, what
onions-
do you think of that?
The rest of it, I could get away with, but the onions, nah. On
Right.
fruit bread, no.
So
Please.
this, you just mix it all in and crumbling it up. See, this would have been better if the lard was a bit harder, but we'll get there. So you just want to crumble it up, run it through your fingers. It is messy. I might need a bigger bowl if I'm going to be doing more pies and see. This
Is
is
that any bigger?
can you imagine if I made full pies for everybody? I think they're about the same.
You'd have to do it like 2 bowls, probably, wouldn't you?
No, I'd have to do just get a giant bowl.
Just a huge bowl.
Use me bath.
Yeah, yeah. Not while you're in it, though.
No.
Geraldine says you have to have butter on first. I think Charlotte's saying just jam or honey.
One or the other then, you don't.
So
No lemon
it's a
curd.
mix
Bit of
so
lemon
far.
curd on there.
There's a mix, yeah. Oh, I definitely think a bit both.
I normally just put cheese on it, that's why I normally have neither. It's just I make a cheese toasty because I'm greedy. Worcester sauce
It's gonna
though,
take a
on the
while.
cheese toasty. Highly recommend.
Cheese sauce on a what?
Worcester sauce on a cheese
Worcester
toasty.
sauce and cheese. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, Worcester sauce on a margarita pizza goes quite well.
And on anything, to be honest. Anything savoury, just give it a little pour.
So you can see all I'm doing here with the flour and the butter, it's just rubbing it in. You'll know when it's done. You'll know when it looks mixed enough.
What's the sauce on anything?
Hey?
Obviously
Sauce
the
with-
chat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, sauce with pie, like we were talking about.
So yeah.
If you were having like a pastry, like a pie, is there any particular sauce that you would?
Definitely mayo.
Oh no.
Well, here's one for you. So I love salt and vinegar on my pastries.
Yeah. Dan likes to put salt and vinegar on his pies.
Lisa
and
does as well.
Nah.
Lisa,
Nah.
I don't know
No.
many people who would do that. Does any of you in the chat put vinegar on your pastry?
Does it not make the pastry like soggy?
Yes, he does. He drinks the dregs at the bottom as well.
Hey, stop giving away that.
Don't give away my secrets, man. I do that. It's my thing. I do that.
Eats fruit loaf with hot dogs. Drinks vinegar from
That
the
was a one
bowl.
off that one.
I don't know. I wouldn't. If you poured some vinegar on a pie, I wouldn't not eat it, but I wouldn't choose to do it.
He does.
It's
get
the
a
same.
lot of
It's the
stick
same
off
as
it.
like.
Right, that's about
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Gonna get you a picture of that. Never mind talking about your vinegar.
Think about pie now.
Pie vinegar, right? So you can see it's quite crumbled up there. So all I'm going to do now is add a little bit of water at a time, because if you put too much in, you might as well start again. I haven't got enough flour to start
No,
again. So
that's
you've
a lot
got
of
to
flour
go
wasting.
gentle on it. And I would mix it in with using a knife to start with until it looks like you can get it with your hands,
Not a silver spoon.
not a silver spoon.
Definitely not the one you had in your mouth
I didn't
when you
have
were chopping the onions.
onions.
What about for scones, jam or cream first?
Oh,
That's the
cream.
debate. Cream, or the consensus here is jam,
I don't eat them, so.
then cream.
Oh, I would put cream on first. There's a way to do it, isn't there, in a certain place?
I don't know. I'm not cultured enough for that.
Oh my goodness, sort it out here.
Scones and that.
Right. I'm gonna get my jug. Where's my jug? I'll get my giant jug. It's probably underneath there. Oh, it's in there, it hasn't been washed up. Just in case, but I probably won't need that. Right, so I'm going to just make a little bit of a well.
Well,
Oh wow! Pour a little bit of water in. See where that goes. So you can see it just makes it sticky straight away. So you just bind it together, but you don't want to put too much in, otherwise then you're going to have to add more flour and then you haven't really got the same mix as what you started with. So just try not to overdo it, but a little bit at a time. And then once it looks like it's pretty much together, get your hands in and pick up all the other bits. Yeah, it's coming together quite nice there. You probably can't tell because I'm got the knife in and I'm digging a little bit, just a tiny bit more I think. I'm going to get my hands in there. Obviously you can add a little bit more, even when you mix them with your hands, doesn't matter. Took my rings off as well.
So would you make this pastry the same way if you're making it like a pie all around? So
Yeah, you could do the same pastry, yeah. It's just a basic pastry mix.
Not of you be robu.
Every short pastry.
I normally just cheat and buy it.
Yeah, you can buy it, but I mean, it's not more fun making it.
No,
than
no,
you can
I
say
didn't
make
realise
all
it was only like
That is it.
three little things that you
See?
poured it all.
Did you realise pastry was 2 ingredients and a bit of water?
What as an ingredient? I'm classing it as an
You have
ingredient.
to go and buy it though, do you?
Well,
Because I've got so much in here, this is a job. I'm probably going to need a little bit more water, see. Ooh. Easy. Pour a tiny bit more in. But we are pretty much done with this. Need bigger hands. Need shovels today.
to be fair, I think you could do some serious damage with that. It's looking pretty heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy. Right, need some space again. Hey, that's all I do. Clean up, clean up, clean up. It's only a little bit of pastry, but I need to like roll it out. So, alright. Okie dokie. Before you start rolling, a bit of flour on your deck. Plain flour again. How many have I got? 4, 8, 10.
You've got a topping for something on the back of your flour as well.
Do you know about
Limited
that
edition baking accessories. I think it might have expired.
I keep the box and keep refilling it because it's just
Ah,
easy
okay.
to store in the cupboard.
I should have sent you token off, man. Including exclusives Emma Bridgewater and Mason Cash. Don't know who those people are.
Never do it.
If anyone knows,
If anyone knows, get in touch with here for me.
Let us
Wants to know.
I bet they do like posh bakery and stuff.
This is going to be easier if you haven't got a load of pastry. I've half mine now,
So you're kneading that before you roll
just
it
a
out.
little bit, just because then it'll not be as crumbly.
See, man, I know all the terms. No, so I've been doing all the
You don't have to
baking.
do much, like it doesn't have to be need much, just to carry it together. So it'll roll nicer. I always push down when they spit in my hand as well, like that kind of like a wave. Do 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 do.
You end up sort of fighting it, don't you, a little bit?
Yeah. Good if you've got any stress that needs out.
You could explain what muscles it would use as well, just linking in with the other streams.
Here's your bicep.
Delts a little bit. and
Yeah,
your traps.
deltoids, yeah.
There you go, man, look at it.
Pectorals.
All that knowledge coming out.
Right. So I'm going to get this pretty thin actually. So I don't want you having a lot of pastry.
So if you made too much, what would you do with the space?
Give it to the dog.
Easy as picked up there. He said that. So.
Oh, that's me, Mum.
What did you say? It was pastry, what?
Somebody give me food. I might get them all out of this. Do you know what I'm going to do? Make life a bit easier. I'll come back to that half. So once I've done all the pastry tops, I'm going to get an egg and just like baste the top a little bit just so the brown. Let's get on there. Try and keep turning it though and flipping it over, then you know it's not sticking anywhere to your surface that you're using. And if you end up where you've not got a lot of flour, put it underneath again. It doesn't stick, stops it sticking. But you see, by kneading it, I've got this nice smooth texture on it. If I just went straight away and rolled it out, it would be cracked everywhere. So that's why I've done that. Now because I'm using these little pies, what fits perfect on top of the pie? It's lid. So I'm going to use the lid as a guide to cutting out. So I'm just going to put this on here, put it down, cut round down. Just has to be rough, doesn't matter. So that is a lid there. I'll get another two out of there, see? It's like a craft channel already, isn't it? I'm definitely doing a craft channel at some point as well, so make sure you follow us, make sure you subscribe to our channel, because at some point I will be doing live craft videos.
Also guys, when we do your drop off today, we'll be getting a couple of pictures of video clips, obviously without anybody's addresses. Just let us, we'll get it and let us know if you don't want to use it. Us to use it we won't, but the plan is to put a little compilation together after all of these cooking sessions are done, so we can put a little video out there for everyone to see.
So what I do here, I half it, right? Just put little like nicks in it. I think it looks quite cute then, doesn't it? Oh, I should have, hang on, I'm not ready for this. Are you ready for this? Flatten, flatten, flatten. So you could put gravy in these as well if you wanted. I've just put vegetable stock. I thought I'll do something with a bit different flavour.
Bit of pesto.
Yeah.
If you want.
A little bit of pepper. I'm not even going to put salt in. So I'll just start putting these lids on. Look at that. Cute. Aren't they cute? Two little nicks. I think with there being a lot of liquid underneath as well, it'll give it a bit space to evaporate as well. Normally I would press it down, but I want the lids just to like fluff up a little bit anyway, so
it doesn't explode in the oven.
yeah, God, well good. Alright, so I've got another few to do. So when you get your pastry and you've already used it, just push it all back together. You can re-roll that. But what I'm going to do, just to speed up the process, is grab what I made earlier. Look at
Always
that.
helps.
I'll get another spoon
Again,
of
you'd
this.
possibly be making one if you were doing it at home, right?
Oh yeah.
And splitting it into
And you might
all
just do
different
like a big
portions.
round
Yeah.
pie. I've even used pan lids, you know, like a casserole lid. We are running. Oh no, yeah we are.
52.
We're going to be late in getting these out today just because they need to cook. I mean, what I could do is send them as they are, you can put them in the oven, but I'm not going to do that. I want you to have them cooked. Oh, that's gone off again here, Sam. Yeah, so these need to actually go in the oven for. I didn't put it on there. I think it's about 25 minutes.
Is it not on there?
Oh, it is.
As
It's
I
at the
said, it's
top.
on-
It's
yeah.
because I'm looking for it in the other bit. Yeah, you do need it. So about 25 minutes. So we're not going to get out these deliveries for another half an hour. So it's going to be more like 1 o'clock when you receive these, if the lads can get out that quick as well. But it's on its way, so don't worry. But we're going to cook them off first. Nice little template that. One, two. There we go. Just put people's initial on, then you know who's going, what's going where.
You do it out like the extra dough and like the extra stuff you can shape like stuff on the top and that.
Oh yeah, like your mum did leaves, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, look really good the other way.
She's just sure.
Look good. Maybe a little bit more flour on the deck.
I think it's just, she says just practice with stuff like pastry.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
just mess up.
once you've done
Make
it a
your
few
own
times.
hands.
But like she was saying, like my nana used to just guess with the flour and that. She's just
Oh,
like
well,
put in a bowl and she just know how
my
much
nana
it
could
would
do
take.
that.
And I'm like,
She probably does weight, but she'll not be bothered if she goes over.
it's like you kind of how do you know? Would never use like the scales or anything. But if I ever cook anything, I'm like I have to do it exactly as it says, otherwise I get really stressed.
Even if it goes over by your gram.
I get like really.
Oh dear.
I start stressing and think that's going to burn now. So it's not going to bite together. It's going to be wrong.
Nah, I think you've just got to. You just know when you mix and think. I think you get used to baking. You know when the consistency's not right. Like I've missed stuff out before by accident. Like I might have missed, say, like an egg or something, and you just know, like, oh, what have I missed? It doesn't look right, like not.
Or when you
last time.
try and do like half of what the recipe is because you only want half of the end product and you accidentally do like say all of the milk but only half of the flour. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why is this not? This is just liquid.
That's
What's happening here?
easy.
Like, the maths in my brain doesn't work sometimes. Like.
Right, I've got 8 now, so I'm going to put these 8 in because that's at least the meals to go out.
Don't have to wait for his tea.
Yeah. It'll not take as long, it's just the others might take another 5 minutes, that's all. There you go. So, all we need to do now is give it a coating with egg. And then in the oven to go on 180 again. This one's a bit thicker, this pastry. Someone's in for a thick one.
And we forgot to mention the survey, so we need to mention the survey.
Yes. So Dan, can you put the link to the survey in the chat for me?
It's a big thumb just came up there,
just
so
put your thumb up
I
so we
assume
can
that's a
have
yes.
it. And if you wouldn't mind just spending a minute filling that out for us, that would be brilliant, thank you.
If everyone writes cheesecake in the little box at the bottom as well.
Yeah, if you've got any ideas for recipes,
Cheesecake.
put it in the suggestion box.
Can you make healthy ice cream? Is that possible? Or
Yeah.
is ice cream
Can
like...
make anything healthier.
No, I mean, can you make ice cream though? I'm completely ignorant to the fact.
I don't think I
Betty
could do it
says
in
the
2
pastry
hours.
looks good.
Who
Whip
said
mum's
that?
Betty.
Oh, my nana.
Whip says his mum said, "Can you make some scones?" And Lynn says it's quite therapeutic watching the pastry.
Yes, it is. Where's my little piggy thing?
The eggy thing.
The
The brush.
The brush. Right, so all you do here, let's just give it a quick coat. And it just browns it off in the oven. Again, don't get precious on it, just stick it on. Been telling everybody about the B-roll book, Nana. How it's a must-have in your kitchen.
Where's it gone?
I use my. We were just on about it the other day, weren't we? Our B-roll books. Seeing how much we use them. How old's your B-roll book, Nana? Get Derek to put it in the chat. Or what edition is it? Do you know what edition it is? It'll be an older one for sure. She's probably had a few over the years. So you can see these are easy done. This is just one egg and I think it's going to cover them all.
You don't have to use an Arsenal cup either.
You don't have to use an Arsenal cup.
Whatever football cup you would like.
Most of the cups in the cupboard are Arsenal or
That's Thierry Henry though, so you got to show
they're all
some
random
respect.
cups, what you might get with Easter eggs and stuff like that.
There's plenty of avavoom in these pies. It's fine.
Matthew thinks it all looks very nice.
Thank you. The recipes have been completely different every week. Some's just bacon, some's cooking. But obviously I've tried to, I thought with us doing pastry today I'll do a dessert that doesn't need much thinking, but it's obviously took us a little bit longer than I thought, so not to worry. You get an extra time today. Right, leave that for the next two. So these are just going to go in the oven. Cool. One. Two. Oh my goodness, it's hot in there. Put 5 in there. Alright. Oh! 25 roughly. That'll do. Right, get these last two tops on right as well. So once you've done your survey link, it's pretty much it really. I mean, we did see it, I know a few of you might have missed it, but I was just on about earlier if anybody wants to do any of our other courses, just to get in touch with us because we have got some new courses starting next week. So even if you just want information sending out, like drop one of us an email or just message even in that chat now and Dan will pick it up.
Yeah.
Or if you're on Facebook, if you've got social media.
Facebook and Twitter.
Follow us on there as well.
Instagram as well.
Yeah, we're pretty much on everything, aren't we?
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
is on there if you want to follow that.
Or even if you just want a
But-
phone call, that's fine
yeah.
as well.
If it's course specific information, I'd recommend Facebook because we put everything.
Yeah. But if you just want everything sent out
yeah.
in one go, and if anybody wants our newsletter as well, we've got a newsletter that goes out every Wednesday. So if anybody would like to be on our mailing list, we can sort that as well. Obviously, we won't just add you to it, but if you wanted to be on it,
Yeah, let us know.
let us know, and then you don't miss anything that's coming up. But I think I mentioned before, we are going to start crafts and things like that, so we are going to put completely different stuff on.
And we've got
what we've
e-safety
never
stuff
done before. Yeah,
coming up as well.
e-safety's a big one.
covering things like online payments and apps that people are asking you to download to do different video
Yeah,
chats and
I think we're working more and more towards that now, so it's
Yeah.
really useful
Well,
to know.
because there's loads of technology that's coming out, things like different apps that you need to download and are being told to, and nobody knows whether they're safe or not.
Yeah, no, it's definitely you need to
so-
look into it.
Same with online payments as well. A lot of places are doing stuff online now rather than physical shopping.
Yeah. Is it a one-day course, that one, or?
The e-safety one will be, but it'll be being replayed as well.
Okay.
Dan will have the details at hand. That's if anyone's
But if you
interested.
are interested, please drop us a message, and then we can send you all the information you need and get you signed up.
Wib says he's up for a oot.
Up for oot.
And
About
Ben's
Luke.
B-roll book is 62 years.
Oh wow.
Wow, what edition is it, Nana?
Well, yours is the 40th.
Mine's the 40th one, 40, but you bought me that a long time ago now. My book's battered. I don't even know what edition's out now.
I don't know, but it sometimes says like what year it came out. But I can't
Does it say? What year was it, Nana? Does it say anywhere? Or what edition?
Doesn't have a date on that, I can see it.
That's here.
It just says 40th edition.
I think they just go by the editions, don't they? Hey, I have a lot of time. 60 years. What'd you say, how many years? 60 what?
2.
Well, she's only 63 years old. Somebody must have bought it for her first birthday. I get rung off my nana all the time, actually. If we ever go out and someone says, like, I don't know, you might get talking to someone, I'm like, hey, she looks good for 105. And she doesn't, my nana never, like, tells anybody, like, that I've made it up. She just rolls her eyes at me, and I'm like, whoopsie, is he? Yeah, pretend that she's 105. And everyone's like, hey, she looks amazing for her age. And I get wrong for being a wind up. There we go. 2 more tops on. Whew! And now I know why I don't do much pastry, because that wasn't right. I'm sweating in my own kitchen here. I think the ovens are red hot, isn't
Got
it?
some spare as well.
There is. I'm going to have to probably make another pie for Dan. Do you want an unusual pie? Bolognese?
Yeah, I think you can mix it up. Do like a stir frying or something.
But that one egg's done all of them tops. That's not bad at all, is it? I have to have a think what I'm going to use that pastry on. Hey, I thought my cooking was done after the show, so I'm going to be cooking afternoon as well. Right, I'll put these ones. What time are we on now? These need an extra 5 minutes at the front. Wow. Underneath, so I don't know which one's which. Hey! Week 6.
Done.
Done! So, yeah, bear with us. We'll get these deliveries out to you a little bit later today. Obviously, they still need to cook for another 20-25 minutes, so it's going to be at least 12:30 before anyone
Probably going to
leaves
be,
here.
it's probably going to be about 1.
So you're looking
just
at
after.
1, 1:15.
Yeah.
It should be definitely with you by 1:30, and I bet it's still hot because it'll be piping hot when it comes out of the oven. So yeah, just hang fire, look out for either Dan or Hatham delivering today. And I hope you enjoy it. Give me some feedback when you get it. And thank you for tuning in. It's been lovely having a bit of interaction with the chat with you today. So So yeah, keep me
Cheers.
updated. Let me know how it goes. Feedback's brilliant. If you can just complete that survey as well, it takes a minute. Yeah, over and out. It's been a pleasure.
Tease.
Should do it that one as well.
Yeah, bye, all the cameras. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel and all the stuff and all the YouTube things. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh no, hang on. Yeah, goodbye.